Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for SAT. We have been solving SAT math problems out of this book here, the official SAT study guide. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 667. Please turn to it, page 667, and today is our lesson number 71. This particular section has 16 multiple choice questions. There are 16 questions and they are all of the same type, all multiple choice questions, as opposed to the previous sections where we had multiple choice and the grading questions together. Here, because they are all multiple choice questions, the scale of difficulty begins with 1 and it continues all the way through number 16, which means the first 5 or 6 are easy, the middle 5 or 6 are going to be medium, and the last 5 or 6 questions are going to be hard. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 and number 2, they are pretty simple, very straightforward. On a scale of 1 through 16, these are 1 and 2. It says E is a set of even integers. So we have even integers. We are told that P is a set of positive integers. And F is a set of all integers less than 5. Less than 5. Which of the following integers will be in all of these 3 sets? Which of these following 5 choices that we have there, which integer will belong to all the sets? Let's take a look at it. A, B, C, D, E. A says 6, which is more than 5. 4 would do the job. It's less than 5. It is positive. It is even. It does the job. And that's it. That's your answer. I was going to keep on going, but then I realized we cannot have more than one right answer. Once you find one, that's it. Obviously, as you can see, 1 will not do the job because 1 is less than 5, but it's not even. 0 is not even. We're looking for an even integer. And negative 2 is less than 5, but it's not positive. It doesn't do the job. The answer is B. Number 2. We are told that 8 plus root k is 15. The question simply is, what's the value of k? So let's subtract 8 from both sides of the equation. It drops out and root k equals 7. If root k equals 7, in order to find the k, we have to square both sides, and the square of root k is just k, which is 49. That was number 2. Let's move on then. Number 3, on the following page. Number 3, on page number 668. Let's see what they have there. In a poll, 35 people were in favor of building a new library. Alright, so 35 people are in favor, 14 people are against. Alright. And one person has no opinion. One person has no opinion. Let's see what does that add up to. 5 plus 5 is 10. 0, carry 1. 4, 5. Looks like there are 50 people altogether. What is the question asking? What fraction of those polled were in the favor of building a new library? Well, we know there are 35 people are in favor of building the library out of a total of 50. So what fraction is in favor? The answer is 35 over 50. Let's divide top and bottom by 5. If you divide top and bottom by 5, 35 divided by 5 is 7. And 50 divided by 5 will be 10, not 5. 50 divided by 5 will be 10. So the answer is 7/10. Good for me. Lucky for me, 7/5 was not one of the answer choices. I was so careless just now. The answer is 7/10. 7/10 rather. 70% of the people are in favor. Number 4. In number 4, the concept that they're testing is this. When we have 2 lines, if the 2 lines intersect, then the opposite angles are equal. These are called opposite angles. Opposite angles. They are also sometimes referred to as vertical angles. And the vertical angles are equal, which means this angle, let's call it x. This x degree is same as this x degree. Okay, listen to me what happens. Okay, listen what happens. And then we are told that we have a triangle here, and this is t degrees, and this is u degrees. And on the top we have 70 and 30. 70 and 30. Now what do we know about the sum of the angles in a triangle? We know that the sum of the angles in any triangle, regardless of what it looks like, whether it's a right angle triangle or an isosceles triangle or an equilateral triangle or an obtuse triangle or an acute triangle or an ugly triangle, it doesn't matter. The sum of the angles in any triangle is 180. So u plus t plus v, this is 180, but x plus 30 plus u plus t plus x. U plus t plus x equals 180, but so does 70 plus 30 plus x. 70 plus 30 plus x. Obviously, because sum of these three angles has to equal the sum of these three angles, because the sum of both of these triplets equals 180. Therefore, u plus t plus x must equal x plus 70 plus 30. We see x on both sides. Which means it plays no role. It plays no role. If we subtract x from both sides, it disappears. So what we find is that the sum of these two angles, t and u, sum of these two angles must equal the sum of those two angles. U plus t must equal the sum of these two angles, which is 100. And that's what the question is asking. The question is asking, what's the value of t plus u? T plus u equals 100. Now that does not mean, listen carefully, that does not mean that t equals 70 and u equals 30. It does not mean that. There is no way for us to figure out the individual value of angle t and angle u. It is impossible. There is no way to figure out the individual value of angle t and angle u. I repeat myself, but we can tell that whatever these angles are, they must add up to 100. They must add up to 100 because these two angles add up to 100 and these two angles are equal to each other. If these two angles are equal to each other, then the sum of these two, t and u, must equal the sum of those two, 70 plus 30. That's it. The answer is 100. The answer is C. The answer is C. Number 5. Number 5. In number 5, we are given a bar graph, and the question simply is, between which two consecutive years was there the greatest change in the price of coffee? All right. A, B, C, D, and E. If we look at 81 to 82, if you look at the two bar graph from 81 to 82, I'm not going to actually draw the graph. I'm going to read it to you, and I'm hoping that you have the book in front of you. You must have the book in front of you at all times when you're solving these problems with me. Do you understand? So look at page number 668, and you will see that the reading for 1981 is $3.75. In 1982, it goes down to $3.50. It's a change of 25. You see, they're asking us in which years were the greatest change in the price of coffee. That change that they're looking for, the greatest change, it doesn't matter whether it's going up or down. It doesn't matter. The fact that it's going down, that's not the point here. The point is the change is 25. Do you understand? From 82 to 83. Can you tell me what the change is from 82 to 83? 82. In other words, when we talk about change, we're looking at the absolute value. Absolute value. The change, of course, it drops into negative 25, but the absolute value is 25. The change is 25. It doesn't matter which one it, whether it decreases or whether it increases. The change from one year to the next year is what we're looking at. In 82, it was 350, if you look at the chart. And in 83, is $4.25. So it's a change of 75. In 83, as we just said, it's $4.25, and in 84 it goes up to $4.75. 83 to 84 looks like the change is 50 cents. And then and then from 84 to 85, in 84, this is where the things are going to get prickly. In 84, it was $4.75. In 85, it goes down. It goes down to $3.75, and then therefore the difference between the price. Notice how I said it. I did not say change. The difference between the two prices is negative 100, and therefore the change from one year to the other. It doesn't matter which one is greater, which one is smaller. As I already said it 2 or 3 times. The change from one year to the next year, which is same as saying that the absolute value is 100. And finally, from 85 to 86. In 85, it is 100. In 85, it is $3.75. In 86, it goes up to $4.50. That's a change of 75. So the largest change is 100. The answer is 100, despite the fact that the actual difference in the two prices is the negative number. That's what you have to understand here. The answer is D. That's it. I will see you tomorrow, where we'll do the problems on the following page. Alright? Bye now.